Hello everybody. I'm Donna from Purple Pinky Promises. Welcome, welcome. I just realized you can actually see my mess back here. I'm coming to you live from the back office, so it's not as great and organized back here as I would like for it to be, but it works, right? It works. Okay. So one of the, if you didn't catch my live last time, I talked about how I'm trying to add more time back into my personal schedule so that I can have more time with my family, a little more personal time as well. So I'm gonna give this a try for a while to see how it goes to go live during shop hours and heading home at the end of the day instead of getting home late, like 8, 9 o'clock after a live. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully, hi. Well, my goodness, hello, Mary, welcome. Yay, thanks for joining me. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I apologize for the glare behind my head, completely spaced off the fact that I don't have a curtain up there. So I'm gonna try to address that by the next live. I apologize. Luckily, it's not huge on the screen. I'm small, so that's small. So yeah, anyway, all right. Hey, okay. Well, guys, I'm going to start by kind of walking us through some of the things that I picked out for today's live. We're going to do the Lovely Layers Pansy from Honeybee Stamps, and I have already die cut some pieces, and I have lost, no, I have not lost them. Whew, shoo, they're in here. I did separate them. I die cut 2 sets, and therefore I separated them so I wouldn't get them confused. So I did separate that, and we have a frame to work with. And I thought, you know, I might just use some paper. I actually went through some of this Honeybee Stamps Modern Spring paper, and I thought, oh, it might make a nice little background for what we're doing. I did find a piece of paper in here that I thought would work really, really nice. So we'll probably be working with that. And this, the frame is the Essentials Braided Oval. And let's see, this, and I thought for sentiments, I'm gonna try a nice big sentiment, or maybe just a small sentiment, not sure what we'll end up with, but these are the big basic sentiments by Pinkfresh. I might just, we'll see how it goes. We'll see. That'll be the last decision I make. But what a wonderful thing that Honeybee has started to do and put together these little layering guides so you can kind of know exactly how to put together your pieces. So I'm going to kind of cheat and use that. I have also pulled out my purple and my yellow and my Martini for my flowers, which I thought these would look really, really pretty together. One more thing is I wanted to share with you is that my grandmother used to build or put together a pansy garden for me as a little girl, because pansies are my favorite flower. So I have had these in the shop for a little while, and I haven't created with them. So I thought, you know what? Now's the time. Let's do it. So we're going to create with these Lovely Layers pansies today. And without further ado, I'm just going to get rolling. I'm just going to start digging in here and pulling these pieces out. So to differentiate here, and I use some tape that needs to be, I need to clean that off so that it doesn't get all over my, leave a space. Good afternoon, good crafternoon. Hi, Lindy, welcome. Thanks for joining me. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and dive in. I'm gonna get our first, I decided I was gonna do 2 of every flower, and if I don't use it, then hey, I have an extra left for whatever else the next project that I do. Or I could put it on the inside, whatever I want. So, yes. And Mary, you would be thrilled to know that I had somebody come in today and notice that I needed to change my calendar. I told you, I still get 30 days because it's usually halfway through the month before I realize I need to switch out my calendar. So there we go. People are always noticing your gorgeous calendar. Yeah, I had a little bit. I should have. These are going to layer up. They're going to be fine. I'm not going to worry about it. Flowers have all kinds of different etching and in real life. So I am not going to get too bent out of shape. That was why I kind of went to wiping that down so we wouldn't get those markings. But looks like we're just doing fine here. So we're going to go all the way around these edges. I hear this dinging sound. I don't know where that's coming from. I tell you what, we have all the noises here. I know, right? Isn't that funny? I thought it was hilarious. I was like, trust me, I get full use out of every single month on that calendar. If it's not sounds out there, it's sounds out back. So we have some little hubba-lub going on out back here. Out the back alley. Okay. Whew. Let's see. Huh. Yay, I have wipes at the ready here. Perfect. Stick those here. That is a gorgeous, rich color. Hey, John. Hi. What did you need earlier? So, we have a little story to tell. Mr. John called here and pranked Miss Lori earlier today, pretending like he was a customer. Oh, I'm still not done with this. I still have to use this. What am I thinking? I don't know why I cleaned that up either. Who knows? So, these are the pieces. We're going to go, you know what? I might change my color. Do I want to go? Huh. I'm right here at the ready. I've got my ink. So I could go lighter with a different color. Where do we? Let's see. There it is. I'm like, how am I missing all this stuff? Who knows? When you try to be organized, is that laughable? That's laughable. All right, we're going lighter on this one, but not quite as light. Anyway, yeah, John called in, pranked Lori while I was outside. My brother had stopped in, this caretaker, and I was outside chit-chatting, and he called. And she was freaked out. She was like, it was the weirdest call. They wouldn't leave their name, but they wanted to talk to you only and said they would call back. I'm like, and I'm not telling you how I figured it out that it was you, John, but I figured it out. It was you. So John's on the move, being naughty today. And after you've probably put one of these together, you probably would be kind of wise to know that you won't necessarily even need to ink up all of this. Yeah, because this is the part, looks like it's just this part that really is going to show. So I'm going to just ink that part up with a little, we'll see how this is. Looks like this is, yeah, and this back part isn't even going to show. That's what it looks like to me. Yeah. Because there's... puzzle pieces. This is fun. Trying to match up the puzzle pieces here. Think. And you know what, guys? It's my pansy, and I can put it together however I want. Let me look at this. There, I think I see the chunky part of it. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's probably how it goes. All right. I'll figure it out here in a minute. All right. I really, honestly, I don't know if there's another purple that I really even want to use. Maybe some Flirty Fuchsia. Yeah. Let's try some Flirty Fuchsia. Do I have an ink? I think I do. Let's be my... Do I have some Flirty? I think Flirty Fuchsia's over here. One second, guys. I see it. I see it. Okay. Let's try this with Flirty Fuchsia and see what we get. I'm going to move this over. Yeah, this is kind of like a shade lighter. So we could just keep getting lighter and lighter. It has, I don't have my color wheel back here, but I need my color wheel. I'm going to have to get my color wheel back here for... I guess my question is, which one is in the front? And it looks like it's this one. It ends up being in the front, mostly. So, just some... I don't know. I'm not very crazy about that. I may just go... Yeah, I don't want Flirty Fuchsia. I just want to go with Glam. I just want to go with Glam. So we're just going to go over it. Yeah, I've got Glam. Like, we might come up with a pretty combo after putting this on. Who knows? Yeah, it needs a little more. I'll go light. But it does need a little more. The one's more bright and one's a little bit more subtle. Like, not subtle, but just muted. I think that works. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. I may do that on the next one. Start out with the fuchsia. Hey, hey. What do you say? Let's do it that way. Just light. Just to give it that slight difference. Everybody's saying, hey. So, I just want to take the time to remind everybody that to tune in. I have shared the link to the episode for tomorrow night for Craft Roulette. I'm being featured on Craft Roulette, so tune in live tomorrow. It would mean a lot to me if you could cheer me on. Give me some good moral support. It is definitely a challenge. So uses a lot of crafting brain power and a lot of courage to get on a large audience like that and create. Well, that one didn't have the light spots that I wanted, but that's okay. Ooh, we could splatter them. Splatter, spatter. All right, next we have our other pieces. So we're going to kind of come in here with, these are our greens. So we'll hold on to that. We do have some yellow. So we want to kind of reserve some, yeah, but we might do the yellow first. That's probably a good idea. So you've got, whoopsie, 2 of these. Okay, kind of following this right here. This is green. And this I am going to go ahead and do this is just a little purple, and this is yellow. So we'll put all of our, yep, I'm going to start with yellow. Yep, let's start with yellow. So maybe just a smidgen of purple on this, just light purple. So that's done. Let me get my others out here. Greens. Here. More of that. My other little purple bees out. Okay. Now we're sorted. Sort of. Sorted. I will pass that along to Lori. I'll let her know that you approve. Okay. So, looks like the one with the veins is the one where we're going to go all solid purple. So you can see that, I'm going to show you here, there's some scoring, etching actually in there. I don't know if you can see it with the camera, but there's etching in these two, and there's not any etching on these. So these are going to be lighter, and this is also going to be a lighter. So I'm going to go in here just along these edges with my purple, a very light color. Just a light handling with just the ink on my brush. And then we're going to go on the other end with the yellow. And we might get a little bit of orange, and that's okay. I'm completely okay with that. So now, so with this one, it's showing to go on the right side with yellow and the left side with your pansy color. So let's do that. Let's go light. Yeah, I think. Yep. I'm just going to go like that. And then the other side, just a little bit of it yellow. And I think that's enough. And then these are yellow, and these are solid. I hope y'all can see. Looks like you can see. And we're just gonna go in straight color. And maybe give it a little bit of, let's give it a little bit of fuchsia on the end. How's that? Like down here at the bottom. Let's see what that looks like. Let's just give it a whirl. going to go over it again with this. Yeah, it'll work. It shall work. Okay. Now, yellow. Let's clean up and do some yellow, and then we'll do our greens. We're done with purples. What did I do with you? I put you over here. Thank you, Lindy. Mary Donna, I haven't seen an email for the... Oh, yes. Oh, dear. Did you turn in one for this? Did you turn in one? You turned one in this month. So you should have received an email. It was the email that said, we mailed out ATCs today. Because you did participate for this month, you got an email telling you what it was, but I have not announced it generally to everyone. I just sent it out to the people. I haven't had time. It's tax season, guys. And I'm in the middle of designing for next month's classes too. But I do know that I sent that to you. I'll resend it to you if you want, Mary. But our next theme for the ATC is Bloom into Kindness. And we need it here by the last day. I think it's the last day. It might be the 29th. I think you need to have it here by the 29th of April. So, yes, I sent it out to the people who have been submitting on a regular basis. But I have an email that's going to be a large one that's going to go out with all that information in it as well. Once I get the classes designed for next month, I will send out all that information. So, sign-ups for next class, all of that stuff will go on, and you should be getting that this weekend. So here's, I know you asked about the ATC, but here's how it kind of goes for classes. We have classes, and then the next following week I design, because as you can see, I don't have a lot of space to store a bunch of projects back here. And we usually have about 2 or 3 going at the same time. So I send out that, I do the designing the following week after classes are over, and then I send out that email. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. I do like that a lot. You found it! Yay! I figured you might have it because you did participate, because I remember yours. That was so cute. Darling. Oh my gosh, those little bunnies. I love the little bunnies. Okay. I think this yellow is really going to kind of help spoof this up. I might have to go back in with a little more purple on this one, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe not. We need some contrast going. I really dug in on that purple. I wonder why. I mean, there's nobody around here that... This is Limoncello, by the way. Nobody around here that I know that loves purple, right? Where's this end up? I'm doing it opposite. It says to give it the darkest. I'm going to give it at the top. All right. We go for green. Let's do that green. Okay. Oh, yay. Here we go. I chose Martini for this color. I thought that would be pretty. I'm excited to do a flower like this because I haven't done any lovely layers for a while on a live. So I'm excited for. When I pulled these, I was like, oh, I haven't done stuff like this for a while. Let's do this. That'll be fun. So here we go. All right, Martini. I can just do this whatever way I want, I suppose. Leaves dark on the edges, lighter in the center. I think that's what I'm going to do. My mat was still a little wet, so I got a little, I kind of like that look though. A little more on the edges. Oopsie, I better blend that in quickly. I hope y'all can. Okay, leaf number 1. I'm going to get all inky. I mean, it is purple pinky, promises. Kind of like a light one. I want them all to be a little different. I was looking in my workbox, sorry. No worries at all. I'm telling you, looking for emails can be quite the challenge. Whoopsie. I didn't mean to do that. I think I got it though. Just the tip can be dark there. Perfect. We got some variation going on. And I'm going to go dark on this, come up lighter. Maybe just a little. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. Hold still for a sec. And I might actually, this kind of depends. I might actually kind of, I don't know, I might ink up that background on that frame. Let's just kind of see what we end up with. We'll see. I was thinking that would be kind of pretty. So I'm going heavier in this and then just lightly coming out on those edges, just barely. That's pretty. Okay, greens are done. We're done with the flowers, possibly, unless I get finicky. I should have kept that. I don't have a spot to keep my wet wipes, so I'm cautious because I don't want it to lay on something. Maybe I can just hang that there in case we need it. Well, I'll tell you what I was looking at for a background. I'm going to go through this. The gray might work. I don't know. Hi, Candy. Welcome. Yay. Thanks for joining us. This was the one that I was looking at. I thought this would make for a very interesting background piece. But now I'm looking at that gray, but I think it might be too dark. I want it to kind of be a card that is bright and cheerful. I like this. I mean, this is a pretty pattern, and this would break it up a little, but I don't want it dark. I kind of wanted it to be light and airy. I could ink up this paper. I could very much do that. I like the splatter. the look of splatter. It's kind of cool. This backside's kind of neat too. I just thought that would be fun. And then, or maybe, let's see. I don't want to get anything on my paper. All right, we can come back to this. Let's assemble our flowers. That way we can, I end up changing my mind 1,000 ways anyway, so. And if we follow, let me divide these up real quick. So the first one is our dark. And if we follow this properly, this piece is actually supposed to kind of look like this. And there's a large bump. And this actually kind of lines up a little bit like so. And honestly, folks, I think you can do these. You can do these any way you want. And so I'm going to just dive in and start. I don't think there's just a one way fits all. I think, let's see. Trying to find the piece that looks just like this. So it was like that. And it's supposed to kind of line up a little bit. So I'm going to go with it like this. That's how I'm going to do it. I think it'll still be pretty. I'm not going to fret. I'm not going to freak out. I mean, can you get an ugly pansy? I don't know that you can. So now, oh, was it this one? Oh, you guys, I had the wrong one. That's why. Boo! That's why. I was holding it up to the wrong one. Okay, it's this one, the next biggest. So, again, folks, I don't think you could go wrong. So I'm going to just choose and continue on. I'm just going to do it. And then the next one kind of goes like so. Like that. I don't know. Oh, this is the same thing. So this is our outer for sure. And then this piece, this goes on our other flower, doesn't it? Yep. These two, where'd they go? These two go on our other flower. Yep. So we have this, and then we have this. So I'm thinking it's kind of like, we got to have these two pieces. So this tucks over. Like so. And then this comes over it like this. Oh, interesting. So like this. Talk about a puzzle. My goodness. Okay, so we have this part down. And I'll go through that again. It's this part that has me a slight bit confused. So I think it kind of goes like Okay, so we have it like this. So you turn it, so you're gonna get your pansy to turn so you can kind of see all these different layers. So I just put my first two together like that. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna kind of twist this one like this. You're gonna twist it to bring it up here. And now I feel like we could probably pop this up with some dimension. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I say, don't freak out. Excuse me, guys, while I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get that to come in a little bit further so I can reach it better. I'm still working this through. Okay. So that we don't get too many layers. I don't know that I want, you know, dimension between all the layers, but I only glued it a little bit underneath there so I could kind of like bend those pieces. So now we're just going to kind of leave this the way that was glued together, but we're going to bring this one up. And I kind of like that all of those little bits and pieces are kind of peeking through like that. I like that. Look. And it's your flower. You can do it any way you want. And I'm going to put this last one on with dimension. Yeah, that's kind of neat. And let's glue these together. I like that. And now I kind of see why they suggested that this part be darker and that part be lighter. So there's some contrast, but I think it still works. And these line up just nicely, just like that. And then you pop this on like that. And you have your little pansy, and I love it. It looks different on screen, and I can tell that it looks a little different. I don't want that much. I just want a little bit. I want to be able to lift up those layers. Okay. You know, when you're done, you can actually see. You might be able to ink some edges up. No, that's really pretty. I like it. I don't like how it looks on the screen, but I like how it looks in real life. It's, I think I want some more of that dark showing through on the next one. Yeah. Okay, one pansy down. We'll put the leaves on. We may only just do one large and one small. We'll see how this, or a couple small, one large. I don't know how much space I actually will have on here. That's kind of what we also have to factor in here. That's how much space. So I think I'm going to keep it white for sure. I might splatter the flowers. I think that would be pretty. All right. Let's put these together. What do we have here? We have the solid that goes on the top, and then this kind of peeks around the back. Yep. Like so. Oh, that's pretty. Let's put some dimension in between that. These are pretty. Really pretty. You could almost do the opposite too, but it might look a little odd because, oops, they line up. Just to let you know, they line up. So you want them to line up exactly over each other. Nice. And then they tuck down in here. So you have that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Okay. Very nice. Whoopsie. Which is why I work with glue, because I need wiggle room. Let's see. Nope. Putting it on the wrong one, folks. And there we have it. I forgot to look down at the chat to see who was here, making sure I didn't miss anybody that just joined us. I'm actually thrilled to see so many people here during the day. That makes me happy. Yay. Okay, so I'm gonna start with these flowers. Kind of see what we have with that. Whoops, that was supposed to go down. Kind of start arranging based on this. Maybe this. And then I think this is going to be enough. I think we don't need any more. I don't think we need another huge pansy on here. So I think we've got enough. And this will be the part that takes me a while, folks. Unless I do something like this. Oh, this will be pretty. Maybe. Maybe not. Like that. We can bring it all down. We need space for a sentiment, so that's kind of pretty. All right. I'm thinking it might be too much white on white. Ooh, a gold embossed sentiment would be pretty on this. Or just some gold die cutting, depending on what I end up doing. I feel like any advice out there? Anyone? I like the way this is. Definitely going to keep that. So I'm going to set this aside where it's not going to get destroyed. I'm going to cut this down. Kind of maybe ink these edges a little bit. I think I might just ink the whole thing up with just a light coating of this Glam. Just very, very light. So we have some contrast between the frame and it. And I am thinking I will do some splattering on my flowers a little bit before I put them. I'm gonna glue them all together, splatter them. Yep, that's what I'm doing. Okay, there goes my external processing. 1 second, folks. I might do this side. That side has a lot of splatter, and I don't know that I really want a whole lot. And we're gonna go with 4. 5 1/4. Yeah, that works. Let's just ink it up. Ink it like lightly. Has that light, airy feel to it. I have lots of ink on my brush and no need to grab any more. If I want more, I can kind of dig into my brush a little bit with some pressure, and I can probably get some more out. But I really like that. Let's see what we have here. I do like that. It's really light and subtle. I don't know if y'all can see that. I do like that. I like it. It provides a little contrast. And I don't have as many pieces of splatter on that. So, yeah, I like that. I just didn't want a whole lot of splatter in the background. So here we go. I'm going to glue this together. And I'll lift this up. Get some glue down. I like the way it looked. Committing it down. Like, what is in my fingernail? Okay, so I'm going to put this on with what? Y'all guessed it, some dimension. Take the rest of that and stick it on there too. Okay. Do we have, yeah, I think I need to move that over because I don't like that space there. I've got a little space showing and I didn't want any space showing. So there we go. All right. So I'm going to pop this down. Just like so. All right. Committed. I love it. Love it. Okay, let's splatter that. I'll tell y'all. And I have a flower for another card. Here's my splatter box. Yay. You can. I have my own little way to rig this up. I don't know if it blocks. It might block my face for a little bit, guys, but I'll be back. I promise. I just don't want splatter everywhere. Y'all can see inside my box a little, can't you? Is that better? That's better. Okay. Okay. We're going to try to get that splattered up. Splatter up. Hey, splatter, splatter, splatter. Spatter. Spatter, splatter. Spatter, splatter. All right. Okay. Where's my brush? There it is. Okay, I'm gonna get some water in here. You can see me a little, can't you? I might need some more water. If I got some water, there we go. Just gonna lightly I need some here and up there. Okay, good enough. And now I have it on me. Woohoo! Clean up on aisle 4. Oh, that turned out pretty. Okay, I will move this. To show you, I don't know if you could see that splatter from far away, but I really like that. Oh, thank you, Mary. So it turned out really pretty. I don't know if you can see it very well. I'll try to take a good picture. Let's go up a little bit closer. Yeah, I don't know that you can see it. I like the way it turned out, though. Okay. And the nice part about this is we can turn this any way we want to turn it. Oh, that's turned out so pretty. I like it a lot. Guys, I don't like how it looks on the screen, but in real life, it is so pretty. I love it. Okay. Let's clean up. Get this out. And I think this is good. Let's do our sentiment. I'm thinking, I was thinking a big sentiment across the bottom, but I don't think I want a big. I think it's your birthday. Maybe in gold. It's your birthday. Or I feel like a big sentiment might overpower it too much. So I'm just going to put, I might just put dear friend. I think that's pretty. So we're just probably going to stamp dear friend and in some gold embossing. We're going to gold emboss dear friend. And then we'll be done. Yeah. I think these huge sentiments are great for a very simple, thank you, Lindy. A very simple card with a really pretty, like pretty paper, just pretty paper and just a simple sentiment. I pulled these because I thought, oh, I might just do a small, you know, just one of these small flowers with the great big sentiment, but I think it overpowers it, and I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to say, dear friend. And then the card could be whatever you want it to be on the inside. How's that? Got some cardstock right here. Boy, it's nice being back here. And let's do some stamping. I think we can just be able to trim. There it is. My nose is itching. I think I can just probably, maybe, I don't know. I'll look for a die. Oh, I have a Dare to Be Artsy die that works perfect for this. I think I'm out of stock on them, and I don't know if they have them over at Dare to Be Artsy, but if you like that die, you can order it from Cindy directly. I don't have any more, but I am happy to promote that for her. She's a dear lady. Okay, the question is, hey, Miss Lori, could you bring me my gold embossing powder from one of the desk drawers up there? Pretty please? Now I'm like, okay, do I have my embossing gun in here? This is funny. I know I do. It's somewhere in here. Yes, I do. All right. Which one do I have? That one. Oh, well, we might have a little bit of flickering going on in here, you guys. I'm really sorry. Forgive the flicker. I'll leave it alone. All right. Got that. She's still looking for it. Poor Lori. I'll go get it. I'll come get it. I do this a lot. I have to run and get things all the time when I'm live. It's not a big deal. I need to clean out that drawer. It's not your fault. It was kind of a mess. I would love to. Is that an offer? That is an offer. Is this too loud? No, you're fine. You're fine. Okay, here we go. We found the embossing powder. It needs to go in my new cabinet. It's kind of my new thing. Okay, so now we can ink this back up again. We've got embossing powder. We should have a stamp. And I think it looks good. It should be good. Take this out. That stuck to it. And the funny part is that I have something that's supposed to be in here from my embossing, and it's not. Oh well. So we'll put it on another piece of paper. We punt. I don't see, oh. Here, I got something. Yes, I do. This is a resourceful room. Let's hope I can get it cleaned up after every live. Whew. Okay. I had it upside down. All right, it needs to be cleaned up a little. I may have given it a little too much pressure. All right. Let's clean it up a little. I'm going to try my best to not ruin it. I forgot to, what did I forget to do? I forgot to put my anti-static powder on first. That's why we have all this stray powder. So I did not set a very good example for you. My apologies. And I think this is good. This is going to be good. I'm going to heat it up. I don't know. I may have tapped off too much. We may have to do this again. I don't know. Let's see. I can't really tell. I'll have to stand up and see what I'm doing here. Yeah, I think I tapped up. Well, no, it's going. I did it. Whew. Made it. I made it. Kind of hot. Okay, let's get, and you know, noticed I folded this in half. Well, there was a reason. It was so that all that would go into the crease and go back into this jar. But instead of opening this up, I just dropped it directly on there. And there is nothing worse than getting this stuff on my mat. Ooh, I hate it on my mat. I'm going to have to run it through the sink. Because that gritty. Anybody else out there sensitive to that gritty feeling? I don't like that gritty feeling. Okay. Let me see. I've got these Dare to Be Artsy dies down here. I believe. They are. Yay. Okay. I'm kind of tired of sitting. So this works just like so. Yep. That is perfect. It sits right in there just nice. Excellent. And I'm just going to run it through the die cut machine. Clear a space for it. Come on. I didn't line up my plates very good. All right. Sorry, I don't have a holder for my new iPad yet, so you're gonna get my chopped off head. I was kind of tired of sitting in that chair. And there it is. Oh, that turned out so pretty. I love that. Yay. I like the stitching on those dies. They're really, really nice. And I think this just looks perfect just like that. I might even bring it down just a smidge so it'll fit on our card base nicely. Just like that. Bring it over maybe and do that. I like that. All right, it's going down. It's going down. Pop that with some dimension. I kind of like this. I can stand. I don't have to sit the whole time. I have a little bit more flexibility if I can be so. I like that. I don't have a lot of space here to create, but it's okay. Do I need a double? I don't think so. Well, that's pretty how that tucks on there. Yay. All right, we're gonna tuck that right there. Can I, let's straighten this out just a little. Is that gonna work? I'm not gonna commit it just yet. I just don't want it to hang off the edge too much. I'm gonna bring it over a little. Let's put this down. That helps, right? Ooh, sorry if my head goes underneath that. Go around this edge and in the center. Okay. It might be a little crooked. My fire might be a little crooked on there. I think it still looks pretty. I glued it, didn't I? Yeah, I did. I wonder if it would move a little if I tried to move it. Yeah, we're gonna leave it. I kind of wanted it just a little bit more that way, but that's okay. That's what I get for not putting it down first. And there it is. So pretty. I feel like I could probably actually move those over just a little. I could probably get them out, y'all. Look at me. Pulling them out because I want them turned. And this is how you create. There we go. And then I'll tuck them down in. And we'll put a logo back there too. I just wanted it to be a little more to the side here. Now I've got dirty hands. That's what I wanted. And now I can probably move this. Yes. Whew, I did it. That's a little better. I like that a whole lot better. And I can tuck some glue underneath there after I'm finished. Let's find some card bases. Got it. And with that, just like that. So pretty. I love it. We're done, folks. We did it. And I am sure my husband is thrilled that I will be home at a decent hour. Yay. This will really be great during the winter months when it gets really dark. He doesn't like me leaving here by myself when it's dark, all alone. So that's when it'll be really nice to have the live earlier in the day. Yay! And there it is, guys. I've never gotten powder in my sticky. That would be a mess. Yes. On here, it would be a horrible mess if you got that stuff on here. Thank you. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. Okay. And then you can see some of that subtle splatter in the background that looks really, really, really nice with the card or the splatter on the flower itself. And the embossing, I like that. Yay. Thank you. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate that. I'm not putting any gems on it. Can you believe that? Unless I did. I might throw some on before I leave. I think I actually have some right here at the top, actually. That would look really good with this. These would be really pretty if I did throw them on. These are called the clear with gold dust. Those might be pretty in there. I'll throw some on here and see if it would work. Oh, but it might be too much. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see if I can commit those on there. It might be too much. Might be too much. I think I like it just the way it is. It's really pretty. I don't think it needs any, especially with the splatter on it. I think it's too much to add this. You need if I were to do it, I probably would do it with some purple. It would just need the right kind of purple. And I didn't pull any out to work with. So here we go. I think that's it. I think I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to do anything more with it. I think it's pretty. Well, he have dinner. Right? Love the oval dye. Oh, I think we still have this in the shop, Mary. I don't know. I didn't look to see if we still had this in stock before the live. I'd have to look and see. Anyway, yes, John, will you have dinner ready? Where are you going to go pick up dinner for us to have? You know, that's another thing. We could actually go out to dinner at this hour. So that's nice. Have the option to go grab a dinner together. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. I probably should skedaddle. Our shop closes in 15 minutes. So, all right. Thanks for joining me, you guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day.